Hi guys, welcome back to Watchers Wednesday, podcast hosted by the Binge Watchers Council. I am Joy, only talking today because Dom is a little bit under the weather, so, say a quick prayer for her. But she is still here and ready to comment, so here with me today is Dom.
Hey guys, the vid got me.
Oh, she went... I wasn't going to say what it was. All right, but that's cool. And, of course, Dawn.
Hello. With
her overbose comments. Don't forget to get all your entertainment calendar and reviews and everything binge-worthy on our website, binge-watcherscouncil.com. We just put up a new June calendar for all things entertainment. You can also follow us on Instagram at Binge Watchers Council and Facebook. So just to get started, I'm not going to try to take credit for any of this. Dom does all the work compiling this list, but I will call it out for her so she can put herself on mute and cough a lot without you hearing it. Okay, so first of all, TV shows. Friday, May 27th. Yes, we know that's in the past, but these are some important TV shows. So Obi-Wan Kenobi came out on Disney+. Which was the beginning of Dom's sickness, so she slept through most of it. And Stranger Things on Netflix, which since Dom wasn't able to be with us, Dawn and I binged together in every way you could possibly mean that word on Sunday.
I slept through that also.
Did you? You slept through both. But those were big weekends. Stranger Things, of course, to me being the bigger one because we've all been waiting anxiously to see if Hop was alive, and questions like that were answered on Stranger Things. So hopefully, Dom, you will get a chance to catch up soon on that.
I mean, we can still talk about it because I heard that all the episodes are going to be at least an hour, if not more. They're going to be very long movie-like episodes.
They
so
are.
That's
they
really
are.
good.
William looked up. Hello, this is our weekly comment to William, my nephew, Don's son. He looked up every title and length, and the first. What did we watch? 7 episodes. Is on this round one. Okay, so 7 episodes. All of them were over 70 minutes long, except for the last one, which was over 90 minutes long. So it was a good binge. It took us from early, like lunchtime to well past dinner time to finish all of it. And it was excellent. Excellent, I thought. Yeah. Dawn, did you think so?
Oh, yeah. It was great.
But I saw, not about Stranger Things, but with Obi-Wan, a lot of people are complaining about that running, trying to catch Princess Leia scene. Why did they do that?
It's
and so for those of you who don't know, they show Princess Leia at age 10. She's supposed to be 10 years old, and there's
she's supposed to be how old?
10.
There's no way that little girl was 10.
But they said 10 years later, so she's supposed to be 10, and she a couple of times
the girl was like 5,
people pursuing her, and the feeling is that those guys either were the world's slowest runners ever, or they should have caught her faster than
several times
she was caught. So that was such a complaint that it almost dimmed the episodes a little bit, but otherwise they were decent, I thought. Dawn, what was your feeling?
Okay. They're okay.
Calm down, Dawn. Okay, so Dawn, we look forward to your take on it, even though you saw that part, right?
Yeah, I think I saw the end of this second episode.
And of course, Disney Plus, like HBO Max, is not on board with the way we like to binge things. They like to, release it 1 episode at a time. So that's where we are from here on out, is 1 episode a week. So hopefully next week people will quit chasing this little girl and do it more realistically. That sort of. If she was, dodging through small areas over and over, it would have been a lot more believable. But just open space.
Yeah, if she was like climbing more trees like Rue in Hunger Games, that would make sense. I can't get up a tree.
And I'm glad you mentioned Hunger Games because we are going to talk about that later on. Okay, so those were excellent binges, but, take the running with a grain of salt. Okay, so on Thursday, June 2nd, they are releasing Her Majesty the Queen, a Gayle King special on CBS. And we all know Gayle King is... bless her heart, she's going to always be known as Oprah Winfrey's best friend, but she is a journalist, and it sounds like she's doing.
That's who I thought it was when it said Gayle.
Doing some sort of It's interesting because her best friend did Harry and Meghan's interview, which was huge, and now she's doing one on the Queen. But it doesn't sound like she's got the Queen being interviewed.
I don't think so. I think she's just talking about them. Yeah.
This country is going to always be obsessed with the royal family. I don't know what it is about. Maybe because we just don't have any princes and princes in this country. But, it's everyone's always obsessed with what's the royal family doing. And only in England. I don't think any of us can name a lot of monarchs in other countries. But there you go.
Nope, I just call them all presidents.
Prime directives. Okay, Friday, June 3rd, The Boys comes back out on Amazon Prime, also known as the raunchiest of all superhero shows. At least that's how I think of it. How do you guys? Y'all watch more of it than I have.
I only saw the first season.
I thought, so season 1 to me was really good, and the season 2 just got, I don't know, boring, so I stopped watching it, but I might try and get back into it.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer, and the trailer looks like they give that one lightning girl, I don't know her name, but they give her like
Starlight,
yes,
or something like that.
Starbright, they give her like control of the board, or she's got a bigger vote on. Is it a board? They all sit at a board table.
Yeah, they're like the top 6 superheroes.
Yeah, it looks like she gets named to be the one in charge, and that really upsets the Captain America looking one.
Homelander.
Homelander.
And he's really gross.
Yeah.
Really? Because I thought the Aqua guy was pretty gross.
You think
Homelander's
it, but then Homelander is really disgusting.
So as you can tell, folks, I did not make it far. Which I don't know why, because I certainly, don't mind. I watched all of Spartacus. And you can't get more raunchier than that.
That's different because that was beautiful.
I like the storyline a lot in that one.
That was beautiful art. There's a difference.
Except for when they were like, "Hey, we've heard this guy's at the whorehouse." It's like, geez, what scenes are we about to see? And they were pretty bad. Okay, so we may or may not give that one a try. So Monday, June 6th, Roswell, New Mexico is back on the CW, and I have been the only one who really has gotten into this. Is that correct?
Yes.
I was into it for like 2 seasons.
Okay, well, I think it's had only 3 seasons, but I thought the love story was very romantic. I would say the part that I get less enchanted with is they try to kind of make it an after school special and teach us things too much, which is like a trend of the CW right now. They're always trying to teach us an important lesson, which I wish they'd just entertain us and show us romantic things. But otherwise, I love anything about aliens. I really think the 3 of us as Binge Watchers Council should make a trip to Roswell one day and check out.
I would love that. I want to see the aliens.
Why not?
Dawn, would you be up for that?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Well,
I've driven through New Mexico, but I didn't go through Roswell.
As long as we don't have to fly through Dallas-Fort Worth to get there, I'm down.
Please.
Don't even get us started. That wouldn't even be worth the trip.
Yeah. Is Area 51 in Roswell, or is it just nearby Roswell?
I think it's nearby.
Usually that's something Dawn knows off the top of her head.
Isn't Area 51 in Nevada?
Oh, is it? Boy, I'm
just
not great
kidding.
with my geography.
It's not nearby.
All right. Well, it's deserty, and so
yeah,
maybe it extends all the way to Roswell. I really hope
not all states look the same.
I know, that's statist. But if we do go to Roswell, I really do hope they have a cafe like the one on the show, like the Crashdown, which looks like a fallen spaceship, and everybody wears like antennas and there's space things all over town. I really hope there is, but I've never checked it out, so we'll have to check that out one of these days. Movies coming out. For those of you who are going to risk going back into theaters around other people, which I do love it, but I haven't seen this one yet. Top Gun. Is it called Top Gun, or is it like Top Gun Maverick?
Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
Top Gun
Maverick.
Came out last week, and so far Dom is the only one to have seen that, but she said it was good. Dom?
It is definitely a must-see. it did not disappoint at all. Most sequels will, but I'm telling you, I would say it's just as good as the first. Like, I want to see it again. And you're going to cry.
Well, I cry at like things that aren't even sad.
Yeah, well, I don't.
So saying Joy's gonna cry is
my sleeve was
you could say
wet.
that during Jurassic Park.
My sleeve was wet. I was crying so much.
Oh my goodness.
You know what? Should have known then. It was the vid, probably.
Maybe. If I don't know when it's scheduled to come out on streaming, because July 4th is on like a Monday or Tuesday this year. So it's right at the beginning of the week. So if it's out on streaming by then, I may just wait and not go to the theater, but wait for that holiday weekend to watch it, because that seems very patriotic. But I do take this everyone's saying it's fantastic. So, and the man is, he's like 2 years older than me and looks 15 years younger than me. So kudos to Tom Cruise for holding it together.
You know what's weird about him, though? So I was noticing, like, in the movie, he looks absolutely great. I love the way his hair is and everything, because it looks just as you expect. But, like, in his interviews, he looks so much older that I think, why would he not do his hair the way they do it in the movie? Like, something about his hair and mannerisms just make him look so much older in interviews than in movies. And I know makeup and all that, but
haircut?
it is the short hair. Yeah, I don't like this
He's
hippie.
got the really long, like,
he has like hippie
right
hair. Yeah.
I saw him when he was helping the Duchess Kate up the stairs that everybody had a problem with, and his hair was kind of long then, but he looked good. He was in a tux otherwise. But I'm with you. On him, I like the shorter hair better. He's the one who made that haircut so popular in the, was it late 80s when Top Gun came out the first time? It seems like every guy was wearing that haircut, bomber shades, bomber jacket, and Drakkar Noir cologne.
I love it.
That was like the look for every guy back then.
I love that look. I need that jacket.
Bring it back.
Yes, bring it back.
All right. So Crimes of the Future comes out in theaters. I have no idea what this is.
I do not want to see that.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm so glad. I knew Dawn would know this one because I didn't know what it was either.
I saw the preview and no thank you.
Who's in it? What's
I read about it and did not understand. I was like, what?
It's about, it's Viggo Mortensen is the main character.
Oh, really? I usually love him.
He's a performance artist who is having his body altered. Like, everybody's getting their body altered, but he's a performance artist, so he keeps having things done to his body, and it's everything that they do, it's like this alien technology or something. I don't know, but it's disgusting looking. And Kristen Stewart,
and it's like reproducing organs too or something. It's weird.
It looks gross. Like, people got up and walked out during the Cannes Film Festival.
Oh, wow.
During this movie.
Well, you just said Kristen Stewart's in it, so already I'm kind of like,
Yeah, she's in it as like she's like trying to get in there and find out what's going on or whatever. It's like, the tagline is like, surgery is the new sex or something like that.
That is so dumb.
Like, they enjoy it so much, getting surgery done.
Said no one ever.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so bad.
Yeah, I was like, I saw the preview and I was just like, no thank you. They showed the preview
but I'm so
during.
Glad you at least knew who it was.
They showed the preview during Downton Abbey. Like, right before Downton Abbey. I was like, what do these two things in any way have in common that you know them?
I was going to put the description in our little script, and even when I was reading it, I was like, what? No, I'm just going to put the title. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, I saw the preview when I went to see Downton, which, by the way, was fantastic.
All right, and I want you to talk more about that when we get to your current binges as well. Yeah. But I will say this about Downton Abbey, because I did see the last one in the movie theater. They don't know what kind of trailers to put in front of that. They're just like, I mean, I saw trailers for like documentaries on HBO. It's like they get really like, what should we advertise to a Downton crowd? They don't like here. They probably did like, nobody's going to watch this movie, so let's just throw it in front of Downton, because those are just people that won't ever, they're just here for weird reasons.
For just this.
Okay, so out on June 10th, this is going to be much better. Jurassic World Dominion is out in theaters again with Chris Pratt, but also with all of the original cast. So it's kind of going to be like
and
a
this
big
is
to-do.
Chris Pratt's last one.
Yeah. Well, this is the last in this trilogy.
Yeah. And they're bringing the original cast back, so I'm really excited.
I am really excited. Hopefully they have the original theme song as well, which my brother always hums when he rides through my back paddock in the dune buggy, which never fails to make me laugh.
No, he doesn't just hum it. He lifts up and looks at the horses and takes his glasses off, just like in the movie.
Yes, he does.
Every time. And I laugh every time. Never gets old. So somebody posted recently, like, hey, if you could get rid of certain fandoms, what would they be? And Jurassic Park was on there, and I even commented, like...
It was one of those things, like,
I will
what
kill
three
them.
would you get rid of?
No, it was like
and then
one
it gives
of the
you a bunch of them.
But actually, you know, because others were like Harry Potter and Star Trek. And
I'll kill
Star
them
Wars.
too.
No, but it was like pick three. Pick three
Yeah,
to
it's
stay.
one of those
The rest
stupid
have to
pick
go.
three that you can do without.
Okay,
things.
that's fine. That's
and
fine.
I probably would have leaned towards Jurassic because I love all the other fandoms that were on there so much. I probably would have leaned towards Jurassic, but they added Chris Pratt. And to me, Chris Pratt he's like a spice that makes anything better. We should call him like Sriracha or something like that. He just makes any movie better just by
Seasoned
showing up.
salt.
Yeah, he's the seasoned salt. Like someone goes, here's an okay movie. How do we make it better? Well, let's add Chris Pratt or Paul Rudd. Either one. Just makes it better.
I agree with that.
All right. Lightyear, which is that's Buzz Lightyear, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Lightyear is out in theaters on June 17th. Looks cute for those who have grandchildren like I do. I will probably wait till it's on streaming, though, and show it to my grandkids. How about you guys?
I won't be seeing this.
I don't think I
weird.
will either.
It doesn't have the Toy Story.
He didn't need a prequel. He didn't need a prequel.
He's a toy.
Well, here's
I don't
what
understand.
I know about
There
Hollywood.
is no back
You are a
history.
toy!
Yeah, there's no hit. There's no before. He was a toy.
Well, the thing is with Hollywood is if something makes money, they're going to give it a sequel and a prequel at some point. So,
Yes.
you know, there's that. In fact, I don't think we talked about it yet, so I'm probably jumping the gun, but, you know, later on this year, they have the prequel for Game of Thrones coming out, right? Doesn't that come out? And then
It's
a prequel for
it's a prequel in a way, but there is a history of, there's a long history for especially the Targaryens since they were
Okay.
in power
Crazy.
for so long.
Oh. But they were
yeah,
crazy.
and crazy. Well, it's because they kept sleeping with each other, so that doesn't help. But that
Yeah.
comes out in August, I think.
Important note, kids. Don't sleep with your cousins.
Family members.
Okay, so the next movie out, June 24th, we've talked about this before because we've kind of disputed the casting a little bit, but that is Elvis. And there is only one Elvis. I don't care who else is named Elvis. There is only one Elvis, so this story is obviously about that Elvis.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let Dom speak to
Apparently,
this.
Austin Butler got so into this character that he was hospitalized. Like, he became this character and was
Elvis?
hospitalized at the end of filming.
He became Elvis.
Well,
Did he
I
eat
guess
too
he
many
thought
banana
he was.
and peanut butter fried sandwiches.
Well, I'm hoping it wasn't the drug part.
He's just looking for attention.
Did he
Well,
make
too,
his
method
fiancé
actors like
stay?
that, they just annoy
Can't
me.
stand it. It annoys
They
me
annoy
too.
me too.
It's like
'cause
the whole
not
point of
that hard
acting
to-
is to act. You
Yeah.
don't become the person, you just
Yeah,
act.
compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Now I can
You
see
forgot
if you
who
had to,
you
if you had to
were.
work yourself
It's
up
Elvis.
to cry over and over, maybe you'd get a little depressed. But yeah, it's like, you know. Plus, why is he got the hospitalization part and not the made millions of dollars part? If you're gonna method act, go for the good stuff.
Instead, just go out and make $1 million.
Exactly. All right, on July 15th, and I'm not sure I'll be in the theaters, but I'm definitely excited about this movie when I do eventually see it, and that is Where the Crawdads Sing, which was one of my favorite summer
I
books
hope
last
it's
year.
good.
Have you guys both finished it?
I did. I loved
The
it. And I
book?
hope it's good.
Oh, you know what?
I
The
finished it.
risk
I
is-
loved it.
Okay, here's the risk, guys. Hollywood is not historically known for getting Southern accents correctly. So that's my fear of this, is are they going to butcher the Southern accent? Because this is
Especially
North
North
Carolina,
Carolina.
Outer Banks.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I want to wait till it's on streaming, because that way I can like pause it and what was that movie that was based on the books? Beautiful Creatures.
Oh Lord.
I made it 17 seconds into the
That
movie.
was such a good book, and they butchered that movie.
And it has Emma Thompson in it, which she is one of my favorite actresses. But the Southern accent, just a few seconds into that, just ruined it for me. Dom, do you remember that book? Because I gave you all of mine. The Beautiful Creatures. It was Southern. They could hear each other's thoughts.
I never read it. I just didn't yet.
Okay, well, it's got a great romance story in it, and he can hear her thoughts, which is, not like he can hear everything she's thinking, just they can talk to each other telepathically. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And so, but anyway, back to Where the Crawdads Sing. For those of you, since we are now in summer months, this is a great summer book to listen to because she writes so beautifully, talks about how sunsets melt like butter. It's just beautifully written, and it goes really well with summer weather. But I'm hoping it's a good movie. Are you guys going to see it in the theaters?
I don't know if I'll do the theater for this one. I may wait for streaming for this one. I only like to take my life into my own hands for something big like
I'm
like
gonna
Downton
see it.
Abbey.
Why is it that movie theaters bother you more than say restaurants?
I don't because
you
movie
definitely
theaters are
have almost
already
a phobia.
grungy and unclean.
Do they not spray some sort of disinfectant?
No. Have you watched them clean up after a movie? No.
No, but I was trying to wake a guy up at the last movie we all went to see together because he was
the
out
one you
cold.
like just yelled at him from the doorway.
Hey, well, I didn't want him to get startled.
Yeah, I think the theater people woke him up.
Dominique, what about you? Are you going to see Where the Crawdads Sing? And we're always pausing in case she is like hacking up a lung right now.
I am going to see it. The only thing I didn't like is the trailer was just kind of lackluster a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, well, it's a slow romantic. It's kind of like Nicholas Sparks' books. There's so much in the books.
Yeah, but those trailers are always good.
because they give so much attention to the scenery and stuff like that, and it's hard to translate that in a trailer. I guess I don't know. We'll see. Whoever gets to see it tells
it seemed very like film festival-y.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say low budget, but it did seem...
Hallmark movie?
No, just artsy a little bit. Or, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see it.
Okay. And then finally, Nope is out in...
Nope.
I don't even know what this is. Nope is out in theaters.
I'm excited about this. I will.
I'm excited too. I will definitely see
Y'all
this.
talk.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
It's a Jordan Peele movie. It's going to be scary. Well, suspense, because it might be aliens.
Yeah, I think it is aliens, but still.
It's something weird. We don't know what it is, but all I know is Nope.
And it's the same guy from Get Out is the main character.
Yes, him and Keke Palmer.
Oh, what was his name? What is his name? I really like that actor too. He's in Black Panther and at least something else. He won an Oscar recently, or was nominated for an Oscar recently for playing the Black Panther guy that you just said.
It's Daniel Kaluuya, I think. I don't know how to say his last name. Kaluuya.
Yeah, remember I was all concerned about him because I was like, he's put on weight, but then I realized he did it for the character of the movie he was in. So hopefully he's slimmed back down. Bless his heart. That's hard to do. Slimming down is hard to do. I'm not judging him at all.
I mean, if you're going to pay me to do it, I think it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Really? Because what if I paid you right now?
Then I'd do it.
How much? How much?
Yeah, it kind of depends on how much.
Because $10, I'll give myself the 10 and eat a burger.
Okay. All right. So those are the movies and the TV shows. Lots of things to plan on and watch. Very excited about all of this. Finally, it seems like we had a couple months there where I was like, well, this doesn't sound bad. But now we have some stuff that I'm really excited about. So that is great. Current binges, since I'm first, I won't be long. But I will say that I watched the last of the Fantastic Fantastic Beasts movie, which is now out on HBO Max. I did not see it in the theater. And the reason I said hate watch is just because, they do their best, but it's just not as good as Harry Potter. It's not Harry Potter.
Nope.
And I don't know what, I really can't put my finger on what's the difference, because they certainly have magic and pretty music, but Harry Potter was just really, really special. They do answer a couple of questions that last time I came up and said, no, that's not right, because that wasn't in the original book. But so this time they did clarify that and, resolve those questions. But still, the only thing to me that was even somewhat interesting was the duel between Dumbledore and Grindelwald. This is not a spoiler because they talk about this a lot in the Harry Potter books, that the two of them dueled each other. And it was, it was a pretty good duel, kind of short, but certainly not too bad. And, Grindelwald was replaced, it was Johnny Depp, and now it's been replaced by one of those Swedish
Mads
brothers.
Mikkelsen.
Thank you. That Swedish family that all gets lots of parts, and, one of them looks really good. And I was a little bit disappointed in that, because I'm a really big fan of Johnny Depp, and certainly an extra big fan right now while his trial's been going on. So I feel like how a lot of people feel, and that, when we finally got to hear his side of the story, there was a lot of stuff that, he lost out on that he probably shouldn't have lost out on. So, justice for Johnny. So I didn't really enjoy the sequence.
Wait, he lost. Wait, did the verdict come back?
No, the verdict's not back yet. But I'm saying
Just
he lost
role.
this part. Yeah, he lost this part, as well as I think at least one other. And now I feel like, so the whole time I'm watching, I'm picturing this should have been Johnny Depp doing this part. And they kind of watered it down a little, which is weird because he's the bad guy. So, I felt like, but they closed it out nicely. And, I'm not going to say good riddance, but hopefully they just redo Harry Potter over and over if you have to do it. If you have to do it again. Then I also, kind of a chaser to that, because I didn't enjoy it. I finally, also on HBO Max, watched Moonshot, which is about a young man who is one of the twins, whose name I'm forgetting now. Is it Corey and what's their names, Dom?
Cole Sprouse?
Cole Sprouse, thank you. So, and the girl who's in, her name is Lana something, but she's in To All the Boys I've Loved Before, that trilogy that's on Netflix. And she's really smart, and, is traveling to Mars, and he is a stowaway chasing another girl to Mars. And, of course, as you would imagine, over the trip, they kind of find feelings for each other, because she's going to be with her boyfriend. He's chasing a girl, and they're kind of attached to each other by virtue of the fact that he used her to sneak in, so she doesn't want him to get caught, because she feels like that will implicate her in a bad way. I don't know how this is an HBO movie, because it's almost like one of those sweet young adult love stories they show on Netflix or on Hallmark, and it's just cute. It's nothing great. It's just cute. There's not even a lot of profanity in it. It's like, how did you get on HBO? I don't know, but it's adorable. And I would say definitely watch. If you have to pick between that and Fantastic Beasts, pick Moonshot. And that's what I got. Dawn, if you would like to talk about your binges, hopefully Downton Abbey.
Yes, I did see Downton Abbey, and I didn't really know what it was about. I knew it was something about a villa in France, but that's about all I knew. So I actually went to see it with William. I didn't even know he had seen all of Downton Abbey, but apparently he saw it at his grandmother's house.
It's on here.
He was the youngest person in the theater, and I was probably the next youngest person in the theater, which is fine. But yeah, it was really good. It's just, Downton Abbey is something you can watch, and everything is going to be okay, and so you just get to sit back and just kind of enjoy these wealthy people's non-problems for an hour and a half.
It's like a comfort food, isn't it? Isn't it like just having a good chicken soup or something?
It was, and it was just so good, and I did cry, but it ended, they wrapped everything up well, and it ended well, and even though it was sad, and it was great. I would definitely recommend it on streaming. It was great.
Okay, which according to Google is not going to be till July for whatever reason, but hopefully it'll come out sooner. I know. Yeah. Hopefully that's wrong, but
yeah, but it was really good. It was really good. And I'm almost finished with. We've been binging Chapel Wait on Epix, and it's a horror show based on a Stephen
Oh,
King novel. And I'm almost done with that. I think we're on the next to the last episode. So it's been interesting. It's a good horror show. I've
all
enjoyed it.
right. Well, sign
Yeah.
me up. Not at all.
And then of course binge Stranger Things and Obi-Wan over the weekend, as we said, and enjoyed Stranger Things a lot. I thought the story was great. I like how they didn't try to continue with what they were doing before. It was kind of a whole new thing, and the beginning parts with the bullying and all that I could have done without, but I guess
Yeah.
you got to lead up to where it's going. So, um, but yeah, I thought
Especially
it was,
since that didn't get resolved in a good way.
no,
Yeah.
it makes us wonder
I like
about her.
comeuppance. When somebody's
Yeah.
a bully in a movie, I like them to get their comeuppance, and there
Yeah.
wasn't
There,
enough.
I mean, there were things about it that, as Joy knows, irritated me because I kept saying how much it irritated me.
She was
but
quite vocal.
yes, yes, I get quite vocal at the television. Not so. I try to be a little quieter in the theater, but I am quite vocal about my television watching. I get that from my dad. Um, so yeah, so that's pretty much all I've been watching lately. For gaming, I have been playing a lot of ESO, which is Elder Scrolls Online. We've tried it several times, but this time it seems to be a lot more fun for some reason. So, been doing that some. Not as much as I used to play WoW, but still, it's nice to have a game to go to when I'm bored or don't have anything to do.
You're a mother. When do you not have anything to do? My goodness.
Exactly. Well, when he's in the bed.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. Well, all that
So,
sounds great. I'm sure Dom is going to sign up for Chapel Wait with you at some point. But speaking of Dom, why don't you tell us what you're binging?
So I saw Top Gun, which we talked about, and I definitely do want to check out Chapel Wait. I keep forgetting about it, but other than that, I keep trying to look for a show, and I'm just like hitting a lull or whatever.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
just nothing. I need another Bridgerton, something like that. I've been rewatching Friends, and I'm
I know,
gonna
I
start
was
rewatching
rewatching How I Met Your
Buffy
Mother.
again. So I need something good.
I know that is disappointing when you don't have a good binge show out there, and you have to kind of go back to some old ones. But there, you just named some really good old ones. So, a re-binge is always recommended during the lull, I guess.
I love a good re-binge.
Yep. And then finally, casting call was not provided by me today. It was provided by Dominique, which it's a super good one.
Well, really, it was Dawn. I'll give her
I
the
thought it
credit.
was you.
Well, she
I'm sorry,
sent
Dawn.
the information yesterday or
Oh,
something,
my
right?
bad.
Didn't you, Dawn?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Last
sorry,
night.
Dawn.
Joy was in the
I
bed, so.
honestly, I wake up and I see y'all's messages because they stay up much later than me, and I don't have my glasses on, so you get what you get. But the Hunger Games prequel, which was actually a very, very good prequel, called The Ballad of Serpents and Snakes. What is the name of this?
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. They have done a casting, and I'm actually familiar with both main actors thanks to HBO Max and things I have watched there. But I don't want to dominate this conversation. I'll let you guys say your thoughts, and then I'll say mine.
I'm just gonna have to wait and see. I mean, it's the chick from West Side Story,
Right.
which I didn't see, so I don't know. But I mean, everybody's going on and on about how great she is, so hopefully she will
Right.
be.
Right.
Wasn't she also in Hamilton?
Oh, I don't know.
I
They
think
just
she was.
always talk
If
about
she
West Side
was,
Story,
I don't know who
so.
she was in Hamilton.
And then apparently Tom Blythe is going to be a young President Snow. I don't know him. Apparently he's in that new Jesse James show. That's on, I think, Amazon.
Okay.
I haven't watched any of it, but I don't know him at all. I don't know that I've seen him in anything. I think
Just kidding.
Joy said
She's
he was
not.
in
She's
something
not in
we saw.
Hamilton.
Okay. Thanks.
But yeah, so these are kind of two unknowns for me.
Well, they're
Yeah,
not
I don't
for me.
like the guy. I don't
Okay,
like the
so
guy
here's-
for Snow.
Here's my thing. Were you done, Don?
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
let you
done.
talk. Okay, so I did see both of these characters in shows before. She is, as you know, my biggest beef with the previous Hunger Games is that it didn't look like they even read the books when they did the casting. They just went for star power, maybe.
Yeah.
Because Peeta was supposed to be big and blonde, and he wasn't. And Gale was fine. And then Katniss, they put a braid on her, but otherwise she didn't look hungry. I'm not saying she looked fat. I'm just saying she didn't look like someone who was just constantly living on protein
On
only.
the brink of death from starvation.
Yeah, on the brink of starvation. So this time the girl, Lucy, the main character of this book, she sings a lot. So they actually pick someone who can sing. And when I saw West Side Story, I did think to myself, girl needs a cheeseburger. So she is, very thin looking. So that's going to play well into the character that she both can sing and looks like she's starving. The young man, he was in a recent episode of The Gilded Age, which I've watched over and over. And he has puffy lips. And that's really, he's not a bad looking kid. He's not a bad actor. His lips are very full. And one thing they always say about President Snow is that his lips were puffy. And so maybe that's that's the only thing they honed in on. I do like that they went for two people who aren't as well known, because it feels like they gave more thought to the casting than before. When before they were just like, let's try to get some famous people in here.
Yeah.
Is what I felt like. So, if you haven't read this book, it's a very, very good one. I normally don't like prequels because you feel like you already know the answers. But this was actually super interesting, and I think Dom would agree with me on that. Right, Dom?
It was good. Yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I like the book a lot, too. But I don't know, Tom Blythe, he doesn't look like... He looks like he could be in the cast, but not Snow. Like, he doesn't have... I don't know. He's supposed to be starving too. Is he skinny?
Yes, he is very lanky and thin.
Okay.
I'm excited to see who they're going to cast for Tigress, because this is Tigress before she turns into the cat face version of herself later on in the books. But she's like a designer and stylist and helps him project his own image.
And I can't wait for the lab.
But they're pretending they're not.
And the lab with all the animals and
the
experiments.
lab with all the animals.
And the
Everything
grandma.
should be really good.
Yeah.
All of that should be really good. And the big saying in that book was Snow lands on top, because it's all about his ambition and his way to get to power and to win the first real Hunger. This was the first real Hunger Games that they feature in this book.
It was the 10th one, 10th annual.
Well, it was the 10th, but it was when they started really, started having mentors, and they started making it more like a game show as opposed to just we're going to put these.
It started turning into what it became.
And you got to win something other than just getting to live.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it should be very interesting. I'm not too upset by the casting yet. I guess we'll just have to see how they do.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to wait and see.
You too, Dom?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna see it. I don't know. We'll see.
All right, gang. Well, that is everything that we have. Obviously, there's been a lot of good stuff that came out recently that you could get caught up on, and there's a lot of good stuff coming that I'm excited about. You guys want to add anything else?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, well, until next time, just keep binging, and we will be here to binge with you and tell you what's good and our opinion of what isn't, which is really the same as the world's opinion of what isn't.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.